Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Avengers 2024 wave, the Void Build-A-Figure. Here we have Namorita, the clone of Namora. She is blue. I think everybody wanted her in her pink skin, but we have blue. Will they release one in the pink skin to go along with the New Warriors? Perhaps. But that is not the version that we got here, too. So I kind of looked it up as far as, like, her skin turning blue and she, like, due to stress, a lot of different things. And stuff. So we got Justice, so some of the New Warriors and things, but I think everybody wanted her in her pink skin just to go along with the New Warriors teams. We didn't get that here, unfortunately. The figure looks okay. I don't know that there's really going to be anything real special to it. The legs look very long, and I'm worried, you know, the older female legs, those really thin ones, didn't really hold up well. But this one is pinless, so at least it's going to be a little bit more sturdier, not really so gummy. You know, we'll see. But it's going to be an interesting one. We get the torso for the Void. We have an extra pair of hands for Namorita. Her artwork there looking pretty good. It's a very stylized look for Namorita. There, Legends, Dwight has said this before, when they make figures, you know, they make the figures to fit a certain style, not necessarily as a representation of a specific comic artwork. So as you can see, it doesn't really resemble that, other than the suit design and things like that. So that's kind of what's going on here. We have a look at the whole wave. I obviously have gone through the first 4 already. We are down to our last 3 before we look at the Void Build-A-Figure. Her bio reads, an Atlantean with clone genetics, Namorita fights crime as an original member of the New Warriors. But this isn't really her New Warriors look, is it? So, kind of odd choice, in my opinion, that kind of went that way. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store. They started shipping out. Amazon has started shipping out. You will not find these in Target or Walmart. So, I feel compelled to let you guys know, if you're going to wait to find it in store, that's likely not going to happen. You may see them in GameStop or local comic shops, but primarily online is where you're going to be wanting to look. No Walmarts, no Targets, no big box retail for this wave. So, just a heads up on that. Now, let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Okay, so here we have Namorita out of the package, and I mean, she's a fine one. There's not a whole lot going on for it, though. A couple of things. She comes with a pair of fists. Those are her only accessories. It's a little bit odd because these gloves are specifically sculpted, like they're new hands for her, I think. I don't recall seeing them before, but they're sculpted texture detail on those gloves, whereas these ones, they're just red hands. You can see her fingertips are exposed on those gloves, but these fists are just all red. Like, that's... What? So, it's a bit odd there, which is kind of weird. The face sculpt on her is fantastic, though. Hasbro has been killing it with the digital face print on some of these faces. And a lot of the MCU ones really been hit or miss, more misses than hits lately. But the comic figures, these head sculpts are just fantastic. Power Princess, Justice, Vision, and now her... Fantastic. Crystar, I mean, it's all in the sculpt. You can't do anything with the digital print or anything to make it stand out better. But yeah, these are all fantastic. So that is awesome. And then she falls down. But we have the torso for the Void here. And this thing is pretty crazy looking. So looking at the details of it, holy moly, what the hell is dude got going on here, right? There's just all these like appendages and like scorpion tails and stuff coming out of it. It's just all kind of like insane. As you can see there, the back, it's just all keyed in, so you could pop in all those tendrils and things like that. It's very, very hollow, obviously, of course. Doesn't feel gummy in any kind of way, but there is some pliability to these things, so they won't just like snap off or anything. So, going to be an interesting Build-A-Figure. We're going to throw this off to the side. And then we'll take a look at him later on, and now we're going to get a closer look at Namorita. Okay, so here's our up-close look, and again, that face sculpt, the digital print, doesn't that just come out looking really, really nice? Just got the pointy ear there. I think it looks fantastic. They did a great job with the head sculpt. She's got flowy hair as if she were either flying or in water, which is good. It's just white, sculpted well enough there. As far as the rest of the figure, there's not a whole lot going on for her. She does have the wings on her ankles there. She's got the bare feet. She's got some painted designs on her skin. I'm not sure exactly kind of where those from. So her left leg has got that rectangle there. Her left leg has this design there. Right leg has that design there. The arm over her shoulder, her right arm, and then her left arm is different. So if you guys know what those markings are, I don't know if that's typical for Atlanteans. She is half Atlantean, half human. She's also a clone. So all of that kind of, you know, how her skin changed from the peach color, pink or whatever, into her blue skin, and then later on it kind of reverted back to her peach skin. So it's kind of went back and forth and stuff like that. But there's not a whole lot going on for it. But looking at the hands, like I had mentioned, you see there's sculpted details of the gloves with her fingers exposed, you know, the cut off gloves. So why the fists are just all red, I don't really know. It's a bit odd to me. So it kind of sucks. But looking at her bodysuit there, it's just red with some white there. Not a whole lot else going on for it. So let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look at how she articulates. Okay, so head is on a disc hinge, so she can look down that much. Looking up is not going to be a thing because she has long hair. It's never going to work. Always been the case with female figures with long hair. They just can't do it. So she gets the swivel in there, and you do get some pivot on that neck. The arm, you can get the shoulder arm to go straight on out like so. You can do a full rotation in there. She's got the upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbow, gives you that much bend there at the elbow, which is quite nice. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge, which we got the standard horizontal hinge. Oh, we do not have a hinge at all. What? Okay, so there's no... What the hell? Okay, so these hands have no hinge. Why? I mean, I guess, do they need to hinge? It's always nice that they hinge, but there's no hinge at all. That's a bit surprising. Usually hands, they have hinges on the wrists. She does not. So why Hasbro made that decision, I am not sure why, but I'm sure there was an actual reason for it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just not enough thickness in the hand to have that hinge in there, which could be the case. So there we go. But the hands do have standard horizontal hinge on the fists. Anyway, she could tilt to her left that much. She could tilt to her right that much there. She can go back a little bit. Coming forward, though, very, 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 very little. It's just not really there. You get a swivel at that diaphragm as well. Legs go out that far apart. She does the full splits, which is works out well. She can kick forward really high. The leg does go back quite a bit there. We have an upper thigh cut in there. Very stiff on mine, but it does move. And then she has the double jointed pinless knee. And mine does not want to... There it goes. I had a little bit of stress marks on that plastic after bending that knee, but double jointed knee, no calf swivel or boot swivel, of course. Foot hinges all the way down. You do get some hinge up. Be careful on these ankles. Mine were very stiff, and one didn't want to really move. I kind of had to force it a little bit, so do be careful. And then ankle pivot. No peg holes at the bottom of her feet, though, so just a heads up on that. No peg holes on the bottom of her feet. So if you need like figure stands or anything with pegs, that is not going to work. So you just kind of have to be careful there. You could use certain other kind of figure stands. There's a few different ones out there, but I have like this one here where it actually has like the, you know, you could put the foot kind of stays in there, which is pretty cool. I got these from Displayers, which is really cool. It's a hex based. They're called Displayers from MRG Toys. I'll put a link in the video description below to his Instagram and website so you can check them out. But it's pretty cool because then, you know, figures that have a hard time standing or figures in your display that tend to fall over quite a bit, you could use these stands and that'll help keep them up. So then you don't have to worry about it. So they can be elevated, or you can actually, you know, pop these out. And then you can have them kind of flat on the floor if you don't want them up so high. And then there's different sizes, so you could stack them. So that helps when, you know, there's no peg holes. Okay, so to start us off with some side-by-side comparisons, the two Namor figures that we have, the Submariner, we have the Walgreens exclusive X-Men version of Namor there, and then we have the one that came in the Okoye Build-A-Figure wave, I want to say. Yeah, at the time of the Black Panther movie, so that was the Okoye wave, right? She doesn't want to stand. But anyway, there we have our two Namor figures. We have a third one that's the next figure in the wave, the next figure for me to review, so I will show those side-by-side comparisons when I get to that one. It's kind of crazy, right, that it's like so close to having that classic New Warriors team. So very close that it's just kind of crazy because we have all the figures now, but we just don't have well, oops, you know what? Sorry, let me throw in. Well, see, and even still, throwing this one out just actually makes it worse. Like, we have the characters, but we don't have quite the full designs for that team, right? They don't have the matching design. So we got that Nova figure, and then we have Namorita now. We have Justice, but it just doesn't quite gel and mix together, unfortunately. So a little too bad. But there are the new Warriors. Okay, and here we have the wave so far that I've reviewed. Crystar, Vision, Justice, Power Princess, and now Namorita. Some of these characters kind of go together, but the looks are kind of all different. So we have Namorita and Justice of the New Warriors. That works out well. And then Namorita and Namor will kind of work together, but then like Vision, Black Panther, they're just kind of a mixture of characters from the wave. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this wave so far? What do you think of this Namorita figure? Is it one that you're going to be picking up? Are you upset that we didn't get her in the new Warriors look with the peach color skin, pink skin? You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I think that would have been a better way to go for sure. But this one is a more toyetic form, because if we look at, like, you know, Namorita's pink skin look, she just looks like another female figure. I mean, it's going to be very similar to Power Princess, right? Bodysuit and then just exposed legs and stuff. I don't know. Blue skin is more toyetic, but I think the right thing to do would be to release her in the classic New Warriors look to finish out the New Warriors team. That makes way more sense to me than trying to get her to be more toyetic, which I'm assuming is the case because it just makes for a better looking action figure, having her in blue skin with this, you know, the white little designs and stuff throughout. But this is a fan channel in Amazon exclusive wave. It's not going to be in stores, so it's not going to be hanging on a peg forever unless it goes to local comic shops and nobody wants to buy them there. So I think there probably has to be a limited production run on these figures anyway, so why not do that look? If it's going to be mass produced in retail stores, I get it, right? Maybe it wouldn't sell as much. Like, I understand that, but it's not going to be hanging on pegs. And maybe the decision came after, or, you know, whatever the case may be, all those things are going to factor in, and who knows how these decisions come up. But in my opinion, that would have been the better way to go. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.